going on, guys? Another video. We are going to be working on the 5th gen ZL1 again. It's Christmas, excuse the mess behind me. Got a ton of stuff coming in, ton of boxes. And all right, so the main point of this video is we're trying to get the 5th gen ZL1 on E85. So for tuning purposes of that, I went ahead and ordered all this behind me. I'm waiting on my fuel pump. It's supposed to be here today at 2 o'clock. Once I get that, we'll definitely do a review on that. But this is a main component into tuning. You have to have one of these, in my opinion, or your tune will never be correct. So what is this, you may ask? So I went ahead and ordered the AEM Wideband gauge. It is the OBD2 supported one. So obviously you have your OBD2 port over there, and then you'll have your O2 sensor that you'll need to get installed. Unfortunately, on this car, whenever I got this car, it already had a full exhaust system that is custom. It's junk, but we're going to be replacing that anyways. But it does not have the O2 sensor in the rear. It only has the ones pre-cat. I think it is. It's either pre or post cat. There's only two. There's one on each side, right? Straight down from the headers. I need one put into the middle. So thankfully, I didn't even know they did this, but I'm very surprised and happy that they did it. They send you a bung, and I have to get this welded in. As soon as I get this welded in, I will go ahead and throw this in there. But can't do that until the bung's in there, and then we can get everything put onto the car. I did order a pod gauge, which I feel like if you have a 5th gen ZL1, it is the perfect one. I am not a fan of gauges. I do not want to put it in my air vents. I still want my air vents to work. So I'll show you what I ordered. So this is what I ordered. This is an Aeroforce pod gauge. It fits absolutely perfect. They also send you some putty, which is in here, to get this to fit. Let me see if I can put this down and show you guys how it goes in there. You can probably see on the inside, there's no mounting location or anything. So you have to kind of use the putty or use double-sided tape, which I've got right here to get it installed. But when it's in there, let's see if I can do it with one hand. When it's in there, you can see it just kind of spins. There's no mounting. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it will work. So whenever I had my Skyline, I had an R32 Skyline before I had my ProCharge C6 Corvette. I used the air vent. It worked great, right? Fit in there perfect, but it sucked because I could not use my air conditioning on my side. Like the perfect blower never worked because obviously there's a gauge in there. So I feel like this is the best scenario because you can just mount this on the air vent. So that's why I went with this Aeroforce. Aeroforce goes right into this air vent and sits there perfect in line of sight, which you may say there is no line of sight because this is a 5th gen ZL1. And if you know anything about these cars, you know there is no line of sight. You cannot see out of these things. It is horrible. What I did was I ordered a DSX Aux Pump Kit. So what that is we have to drill it into the bottom of the tank. It is basically just a low side, I guess you would call it a low side, auxiliary fuel pump. So this one is set to 8 PSI. So once it reaches 8 PSI, it will release the other fuel pump, allowing us to have way better fuel pressure. We can run E85. I know when you run E85, you have to have, what, 40% more fuel, or that's what it is asking for. So we needed it. It was a must have. This car needs to be on E85, and you pick up like 100 horsepower. So once I get my DSX Aux kit in, right here where the fuel line is, I will put my flex fuel sensor right there. That's where it will connect. And then obviously you'll have to run it down into the computer. So it'll get a signal, and I think it goes into the MAF sensor if I'm not mistaken. I ran one on my C6 Corvette, and I didn't personally install it. I had a shop do it because I didn't want to drill into the tank, which I'm probably going to do this time too, to be honest with you. That is something I do not want to mess with. I have seen horrific things online on people not using brushless drills, and it will catch on fire. So I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to have a shop do it professionally, make sure the fitting's in there correctly, and hopefully have no leaks. I did have a leak on my C6 Corvette, so it kind of deterred me from buying the aux kit, but it's such a simple solution. You don't have to get into the fuel tank, and unfortunately on the 5th gen ZL1 you have to drop the entire fuel tank, so not worth it. And before any of you YouTube mechanics jump on my case saying, oh, the injectors aren't big enough from stock, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter, because already installed 1300 cc fuel injector clinic injectors in this unit. We are ready for E85. The only thing that's not ready for E85 is this poor belt that I'm gonna absolutely shred. Like I said, I got the AEM gauge, I got the pod, and it comes with all the wiring and whatnot. What I'm going to be using to tune the car is this. I know it's not the latest and greatest, but it works great for what I use it for. I have had absolutely zero issues with it. It does pretty much everything I need. My tuner doesn't complain about it, so it works. So we will wait. I'll resume this video as soon as we get the aux pump in. Like I said, it's supposed to be here at like 2 o'clock today. So once I get that, we will unbox that, see what we got. And just like that, guys, my package has been delivered. It is not 2 o'clock. As you can see, it is dark outside. I think it's 4:30, but anyways, the package is here. Let's go ahead and grab it. It has been acquired. Thankfully, I did not buy this brand new. I bought it used. Shout out to Robbie. He is in the 5th Gen ZL1 forum. If you need parts, I would trust him to send it. Everything super simple. So if he posts anything for sale and you guys want it, I definitely recommend picking it up. Super easy process. And let's get this stuff opened. All right, so I went ahead and opened it so you weirdos couldn't get my address, but let's go ahead and unbox it a little bit. Like I said, I didn't buy this brand new. This is used. So like I said, it came from Robbie, but everything looks to be there. Hey guys, so this is the setup that we got. So this is the bracket, and this is the 396 pump, which is the bigger of the two. I think the other one, if I'm not mistaken, is a 392 pump, but this is the 396, which is a 320 LPH. We got the harness that goes for it, or goes with it, I'm sorry, and it has the little light right there, indicator light. And we got both of the fuel hoses, and it still comes with the fitting, of course. So when ordering this kit, I didn't even think about it. I don't know why, but I need to order the flex fuel sensor because the 5th Gen ZL1 does not come with it. So I will go ahead and get that ordered. It just puts us back another video, but I'll go ahead and get that ordered through them, get it shipped to the house real quick, and then we will get this video taken care of. So there will be E85 with the new DSX Aux kit. We'll get the AEM gauge installed, and then we'll have the OBD2, and we'll get the O2 sensor installed. Make sure this gauge and everything's good. Get it mounted, and everything should be good. So, like I said, we got a lot of work to do. I'm excited to get all these parts installed on this car. This car desperately needs E85. We can go down a rabbit hole on why cars need to be on E85, but burns cooler, way more healthy, horsepower gains, it is the key. So we'll get this installed, and then we'll take it to our friend. All of this put in, including I have rocker arms that need to get put in. I ordered the wrong ones when we did the cam, so we'll go ahead and throw those in. And like I said, get this thing taken care of. So if you're still here, leave a like, subscribe, put a comment down there what I should do next to this car. The build is progressively getting more intense. If this thing blows up, I might put a 416 in this car. I don't know. I love the 5th Gen ZL1. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.